My ex-wife's niece wrecked my workshop and her family expected me to forgive her. So I filed charges. They didn't expect the court date to land on her birthday. Hello everyone, welcome to Reddit Visuals. You know, I used to believe that family, no matter how messy, would have your back when it really counted. But people can be so terrible, they'll shock you in ways you never thought possible. And by the end of this story, you're probably going to wonder how I kept my cool for as long as I did. Let me take you back about a year ago. I'm a 42-year-old guy. I run a small but successful woodworking business out of a large workshop behind my house. This place is my pride and joy. I built it up over a decade, filled with tools, custom equipment, and projects I'd been working on for months. I poured my heart into it. I don't have kids, so honestly, that workshop, that was my legacy. My ex-wife, Emily, and I divorced 5 years ago, but we stayed civil. No kids meant no reason to fight, and I thought we had this unspoken rule: stay out of each other's business. Apparently, I was dead wrong. So here's where it starts going sideways. Emily's sister and her family moved back to town. Her niece, Bella, 17 at the time, was a typical rebellious teenager. Think entitled, glued to her phone, always had an attitude. I kept my distance. I mean, why get involved? But Emily called me one day and said, "Hey, my sister's family is struggling. Can Bella come over and help you in the workshop for a little side cash?" I hesitated. Every part of me said, "No, this is a terrible idea." But I gave in. I thought, hey, maybe this is a way to do something good. Help a kid out. What's the worst that could happen? The first few times, Bella was fine. She swept up, organized small parts, and mostly just stayed out of my way. I even started teaching her basic stuff, sanding, staining, nothing dangerous. But the more comfortable she got, the more careless she became. I'd catch her playing loud music on her phone while using equipment. She once left a clamp loose on a piece I'd been working on for 6 months. I told her gently but firmly, "This is serious work, Bella. If you're going to be in here, you have to treat it with respect." She'd roll her eyes and say, "Okay, Dad." That should have been my sign to cut this off. But I didn't. Then came the day I will never forget. I left her alone in the shop for maybe 20 minutes to take a delivery at the front of the house. When I came back, it was like a tornado had ripped through the place. Tools scattered, a half-finished commissioned dining table shattered, stains spilled all over the floor, my plans torn, clamps bent, and there was Bella, filming herself for TikTok, some idiotic challenge where she pretended to be rage-quitting at a job. She was laughing. My blood ran cold. I didn't say a word. I grabbed my phone and started taking pictures, documenting everything. She noticed and went pale. "Uncle, I didn't mean to." I held up my hand. "Get out," I said, my voice like ice. She left without another word. That night, I sent Emily the photos. She called, frantic, saying it was just a mistake, that Bella didn't mean it, that I shouldn't overreact. Overreact? That mess represented over $20,000 in damage and months of work lost. I told her flatly, "I'm pressing charges." The silence on the other end was deafening. Then came the begging, the guilt trips, the promises that Bella would apologize, that they'd make it right. I stayed firm, and here's where karma played its hand. The court date they scheduled? It fell on Bella's 18th birthday. When Emily found out, she lost it, saying I was being cruel, that this would ruin Bella's big day. I said, "No, Bella ruined it herself." Word spread through the family fast. Suddenly, I was the villain. Messages flooded in, cousins, aunts, even people I barely knew, telling me I was heartless, that I should let it go because she's just a kid. I ignored them all. I focused on documenting every bit of damage, every receipt, every estimate. The day of court came, and let me tell you, Bella didn't have that smug look anymore. She showed up with her mom and Emily, dressed up like she was going to church, eyes downcast. The judge listened patiently as I laid out the photos, the costs, the impact on my business. When it was Bella's turn, she tried tears, tried to say it was just a joke that went too far. The judge wasn't buying it. The verdict? Bella was ordered to pay restitution. It wasn't jail time, she didn't have a record, but that money had to come from somewhere. Emily called me later, crying, saying I'd destroyed their family, that Bella was devastated, that they had to take out a loan to cover the payment. But you know what? I didn't feel guilty. Not one bit. I gave them every chance to make it right. And here's the kicker. Bella posted another TikTok later that day, not apologizing, not showing remorse. She was mocking the court, calling it the worst birthday ever because of my psycho uncle. That clip? Someone sent it to the judge. Let's just say her probation officer had a long talk with her after that. Months have passed. The family doesn't talk to me anymore. I hear bits and pieces. Bella had to get a job to start paying things off. I rebuilt my workshop, piece by piece, and I'm more careful now. No more trying to be the nice guy when my gut says no. Sometimes I stand in my shop, look at the new table I'm working on, and remind myself, boundaries matter. Respect matters. And if standing up for yourself makes you the bad guy, so be it. So, was I the a-hole for pressing charges? Should I have let it slide because she was family? What would you have done if you were in my shoes? Drop your verdict in the comments. I really want to know what you think. And if you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. We've got more where this came from.